All right, settle in. Let's talk about faces. You think you know how to read people? You see a smile, you think happy. You see a frown, you think sad. It's a nice, simple story. It's also wrong. People are broadcasting their true feelings all day long, but most of us are tuned to the wrong frequency. We listen to the words, the carefully constructed narratives they want us to hear. But the truth? The truth is written right across their face in a language older than any words you know. It's a universal language, spoken in flashes of muscle and nerve that betray the stories we try so hard to hide. Today, I'm going to teach you the alphabet of that language. Forget what you think you know. Pay attention. This is where the real work begins. Let's start with the fundamentals. There are 7 expressions, 7 core emotions, that are hardwired into every single one of us, regardless of where you were born or what language you speak. This isn't my opinion, it's the groundbreaking work of Dr. Paul Ekman. He traveled the world, from the streets of Tokyo to the remote highlands of New Guinea, and found them everywhere: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, and contempt. These aren't social habits, they're biological reflexes. Think of it like a sneeze. You can try to stifle it, but the impulse is still there. When a flash of pure emotion hits, the face reacts before the conscious mind can slam on the brakes. The key is knowing what to look for. Anger isn't just a furrowed brow, it's the lips pressed thin, the eyes narrowed into a hard stare. True surprise? That's wide eyes and a dropped jaw, lasting only a second before the brain processes what it's seeing. Contempt, my personal favorite, is the most telling. It's that little one-sided smirk, a unilateral lift of the corner of the mouth. It's the universal sign for "I'm better than you." You see that flash across a poker player's face, you know he thinks your hand is a joke. You see it on your boss's face after you pitch an idea, start updating your resume. These micro-expressions, these fleeting glimpses behind the curtain, are the bedrock of reading people. They don't lie. Ever. So, the question isn't whether people are showing you how they feel. The question is, are you paying close enough attention to see it? Knowing the 7 universal expressions is like knowing the letters of the alphabet. It's a start, but it doesn't make you a poet. You can spot the lie if you don't know what the truth looks like on that specific person. This is what we in the business call establishing a baseline. Everyone has a neutral state, a tell for their normal. It's their default setting. Some people are naturally fidgety, others are stoic and still. A fast talker going quiet or a quiet person suddenly talking a mile a minute. Those are the deviations that matter. Before I'd even start a formal interrogation, I'd spend 10-15 minutes just chatting. Benign stuff. The weather, the local sports team, their commute. I'm not listening to the words I'm watching. How do their eyes move when they're accessing a simple memory like what they had for breakfast? Do they gesture with their right hand or their left? What's their blink rate? This is all data. I'm building a mental map of their normal. Let me tell you about a corporate fraud case. The CFO, a man named Gerald, was cool as a cucumber. Impeccable suit, steady hands, answered every question without a flicker of emotion. But during our baseline chat about his daughter's soccer tournament, I noticed something. Every time he mentioned a genuine happy memory, he'd give a tiny, almost imperceptible nod. Just once. Later, when I asked him about the missing financials, he gave the same perfect, calm answer. But when he said, "I have no idea where the money went," there it was. That tiny, single nod. A subconscious affirmation contradicting his verbal denial. He was lying, and his own body sold him out. So, next time you're having coffee with a friend, try it. Ask them about their weekend. Watch them. Don't be a hawk about it, just observe. Get a feel for their rhythm, their unique brand of normal. Without that baseline, you're just guessing in the dark. You're seeing a twitch and calling it a lie when it might just be their twitch. All right, so you know the universals and you understand the importance of a baseline. Let's put it into play. The world is your laboratory. Every meeting, every date, every family dinner is an opportunity to see these principles in action. Let's take a common scenario, the workplace. You're in a meeting, pitching a project you've poured your soul into. You finish, and your department head, let's call her Susan, smiles and says, "That's a very interesting proposal, Arthur. We'll certainly give it strong consideration." The words are positive. The smile seems genuine. But what did you miss? As she said strong consideration, did you see her shoulders tense up just for a second? Did you catch a fleeting twitch at the corner of her mouth, pulling it down into a micro-expression of sadness before the smile snapped back into place? Maybe as she turned to her computer, you saw the faintest tightening of her lips, a sign of anger or frustration. Her words are for the group. Her body is telling you the truth. That hesitation, that flicker of negativity, tells you she knows something you don't. Perhaps the budget has already been cut. Perhaps your rival in accounting already got the green light for his own project. The polite smile is a social lubricant, but the micro-expression is a data point. It's telling you, warning, the road ahead is not as smooth as it sounds. Or consider a first date. They're telling you a story about their amazing ex. The words are full of praise, but you see that one-sided lip curl, contempt. They're not over it. Or maybe you ask a simple question like, "Are you seeing anyone else?" And they reply, "No, of course not." But their blink rate suddenly doubles. The body is leaking the anxiety the words are trying to conceal. I remember a case with a young man who claimed his car was stolen. He told the story perfectly. But when he described the moment he discovered it was gone, his eyes widened and his eyebrows shot up in a textbook expression of surprise. The problem? It lingered for a full 5 seconds. Real surprise is a flash, gone in less than a second. His was a performance, a rehearsed theatrical surprise. That one observation unraveled his whole story. He'd sold the car and was trying to cheat the insurance company. Don't just listen to the words people say. Watch the story their faces tell. It's almost always the more honest one. Have you ever had that gut feeling that someone's words didn't match their vibe? That was you, subconsciously picking up on these signals. Now, you're learning to do it consciously. So, what do you do with all this? Knowledge without practice is just trivia. You need to sharpen the blade. You don't become a master interrogator or a human lie detector overnight. It takes deliberate, daily practice. Here are your action steps. This is your homework. First, start watching television with the sound off. Seriously. Turn on a talk show, a reality show, or even a political debate. Without the audio cues, your brain will be forced to focus solely on the nonverbal. Watch the host and the guests. Can you spot the flash of contempt when one politician dismisses another's point? Can you see the genuine fear in a reality show contestant's eyes, even as they're trying to project confidence? Pay attention to the mismatches between their expressions and the context you know. This is your gym. You're building the muscle memory for spotting these signals in a low-stakes environment. Second, practice what I call the coffee shop baseline. Go sit in a cafe. Pick a couple having a conversation and just observe. Don't be creepy about it, be discreet. Watch them for 5 minutes. You're not trying to lip read. You're trying to get a feel for their dynamic. Who is more animated? Who is more reserved? What does their normal look like? Then watch for the shifts. See how one person's posture changes when the other pulls out their phone. See the flicker of an expression when the bill arrives. You're not judging them, you're just collecting data, honing your ability to see the emotional punctuation in everyday interactions. A word of caution, however. This is a powerful tool, and like any power, it can be misused. The goal is not to go around calling everyone a liar. It's not about winning arguments or setting traps for your loved ones. That path leads to paranoia and isolation. The true purpose of these skills is understanding. It's about seeing the fear behind the anger, the insecurity behind the bravado. It's about connecting with the truth of what someone is feeling, not just the story they're telling. Use it to develop empathy, to ask better questions, to understand when a friend is hurting even when they say they're fine. Use it to navigate the world with your eyes wide open, not to build walls. The truth will set you free, but first, you have to learn how to see it.